everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing well. I hope the weather is treating you well. Anyway, today in this video, we are going to talk about a new critic, and this person is I.A. Richards. I.A. Richards is one of the most important critic who is there under the body of new criticism. He has his own way of reading the text, his own way, and that is called as the practical criticism that he started. Practical criticism and new criticism, both are important. Also, I.A. Richards की जितनी भी theories हैं, they are also influencing the reader response theory. So this person is also called as the father of new criticism, who gave the concept of close reading. So I.A. Richards is very important for the concept of close reading, practical criticism, how you can read the text as a text and do not include the biographical details. This is what he was saying. Right. So in this video, we will study in detail about the concepts that he has given, what he has written about, the way of reading. So there are few important details that we have to know about him, about his work. And in this course of the video, you will learn about I.A. Richards way more than what you already know. So his full name is Evanor Armstrong Richards. He was born on 26th February 1893 in England. He died on 7 September 1975 in Cambridgeshire. So occupation say he is a critic, poet as well as a teacher who has written important works like The Meaning of Meaning, Principles of Literary Criticism and Practical Criticism. So practical criticism is also a work that he has written, and it is also a way in which he was influencing his students to study the text. So he was a professor, he was a teacher, he was a critic who was teaching in Cambridge, and he is one of the most important theorists when we talk about new criticism. Right. So he has written this work, The Meaning of Meaning, Principles of Literary Criticism and Practical Criticism. The Meaning of Meaning that came out in 1923. The Meaning of Meaning that came out in 1923 is a very important work that he has written with C.K. Ogden. And he has talked in greater detail about the basic things that are needed to write the text and to read the text. So these are the three most important works, and you will study about these works in detail because questions are asked. So I will pause for some seconds. Please write it down. The Meaning of Meaning, Principles of Literary Criticism and Practical Criticism. These are the works. Meaning of Meaning is the most important work when we talk about the influential studies of semantics. Semantics के बारे में बात करी थी उन्होंने The Meaning of Meaning के अंदर. Principles of Literary Criticism and Practical Criticism are two books that are related to the new criticism. So 1924 के अंदर 1924 में we have the Principles of Literary Criticism, and then we have the Practical Criticism in 1929. So make the notes simultaneously while we are studying. साथ में करोगे तो it would be more easy for you to study the text, to study the writer and the author. So I.A. Richards के बारे में we are studying. These are the three books. Write it down. So what I.A. Richards used to do, I.A. Richards is someone who used to give out the poems without the titles and without the biographical details or telling that कौन सी author थे जिसने ये लिखी है poem, and he used to give out the poems to the students. This is the experiment that he conducted, and then the students used to read the poem and then critically analyze the poem. So with this thing, what's happening? They were not looking at the biographical details of the author, and also they were not trying to look at the other background details or the biographical details or the things that you should know before reading the text were not given to them. इसकी वजह से they were only focusing on the text per se. This kind of reading is called as the close reading or the practical reading that he propounded, and this was the practical criticism. What will happen if you read the text in this manner? Analytical skills of the child would improve, and this is what he was saying. He was saying that emotions and analytical skills of how to read the text is way more important. You have to look at the skills while reading the poem. So I.A. Richard influenced both, actually his influence was seen both sides of the Atlantic Ocean. What was it? He was influencing people in Europe as well as in America with his valuable works that he has done in literature. So he was articulating different ways of studying. He was articulating various kinds of manner in which you have to study and the ways in which the child can learn analytical skills, and these theories were famous in Europe as well as in America. He is considered as the pioneer or the father of new criticism as well. As an iconoclast, he denounced the old criticism where critics were supposed to follow a set of rules. So उन्होंने क्या बोला? उन्होंने कहा कि कोई भी rules और regulations लेकर बैठ के आप कोई भी text read नहीं कर सकते हो. What is important is to study the text as it is there in front of you. You cannot follow the rules and regulations simultaneously. According to him, criticism was not mere application of the set of rules and intuitions. So कुछ भी आप लोगों ने preconceived notions नहीं लगानी है, कुछ भी आपको rules, regulations नहीं लगाने हैं. The text is there in front of you and read it. This is what he used to do in Cambridge also. He used to give the text to the students, the poetry to the students. They usually used to read it and then they used to analyze it. This is what he was saying. He is widely read not only in literature, but he was regarded a lot in the field of philosophy, psychology, aesthetics, fine arts. He gave a broad principle related to various sciences also. So उन्होंने बड़े बड़े principles दिए हैं and he is read all over the humanities section, not only in literature. He is what? He is I.A. Richards for you. I.A. Richards during 1930 became very famous because he spent much of his time writing and developing the basic English. Basic English was basically a system that he originated with Ogden. So with Ogden, he worked on the concept of basic English. So उन्होंने कहा एक basic English है that the whole world should know about it. There are only 850 words that are there in this dictionary that he gave, right? So he talked about these 850 words that are there. Basic English is a concept that he gave. There are basic English words that he said must be used. So there are only 850 words. These are PYQs. They have already asked this कि उन्होंने ये work किसके साथ कोलैबोरेशन में लिखा है. So it is C.K. Ogden. He was talking about the basic English words and he only gave 850 words. So according to him, Ogden and both of them were working on these 850 words, and Richard believed in the universality of the intelligible knowledge. कि पूरे universe में इस तरीके के 850 words ही use होने चाहिए. For this he also went to China and he taught there for some time, related to these words. So he was not only famous when it comes to aesthetics, he was not only talking about practical criticism, but he also gave this concept of basic English where he introduced 850 words. He went to the Institute of China, right? Testing Hua, I think this was the name of the university where he taught about these words. He also became the professor of English at the University of Harvard. So at the University of Harvard in 1939, he also became the professor, and basically primary education was something that he was working on. Right? So these are the things that you have to know about I.A. Richards. These are the important works that he has written. The Meaning of Meaning, 1923 का work है. The Principle of Literary Criticism, 1924. Then in 1929, The Practical Criticism, Science and Poetry, Coleridge on Imagination. Then we have Mencius of the Mind. Then we have The Philosophy of Rhetoric, Speculative Instruments. These are the works that he has written, and he, as a student of psychology and philosophy, learned a lot about the literary forms and how to read the texts, and also how human impulses are used and how aesthetics can be used to read the texts. So let us study about the various techniques and what all are the things that I.A. Richards was talking about. So I.A. Richard was a devoted supporter of the close reading of the text. So as I told you, वो सिर्फ close reading चाहते थे text की, and the verbal study and the analysis of the work of art. So do not look at the biographical details or the other details, but only look at the text. His approach was very pragmatic, very straightforward, and very empirical. His work was like a milestone in the history of literary criticism regarding the verbal and the textual analysis, right? Interpretation as well as evaluation of the text. तो उन्होंने क्या सिखाया? How to read a literary text? You have to read the literary text according to the textual analysis, interpretation, and evaluation. By his own work, he made the literary criticism factual, scientific, and complete. So he's going to make criticism very factual for us all. He said that the value of the poetry is whatever that is written on the text, not the other details that are attached to it, right? So this is how aesthetics play a very important role. While preparing his book, The Practical Criticism, he talks about some set of rules or some aims, not rules, aims that he constructed. And what is this talk? What are these aims? So his aim was to introduce a new kind of documentation to those who are interested in the contemporary state culture. So this book is going to help you to read the text according to the contemporary state culture, and whether as a critic or as a philosopher or as a teacher or psychologist, you should be a curious person also to read the text. Then this work is going to provide new technique for those who wish to discover for themselves what they think and feel about poetry. When you read this work, The Practical Criticism, he said you will learn how to read, right? You will learn better how to read a poetry and how to feel and what to feel when you are reading the poetry. Then his aim was to prepare a way of educational methods more efficient to those who use in the developing discrimination and the power to understand what we read and how we read. So all in all, he was saying that when you read this work, you will learn what is the role of emotion and how can you read the text. How can you learn to read the text on your own. Then he said there should be a few qualities that are there in a critic, and that is very important. What are these qualities? So he said he should grasp a strong control over words and the effect they produce. So एक critic को पता होना चाहिए that what words are they using and क्या उसका effect होगा. He should be a learned person and should be able to distinguish between experiences. एक एक्सपीरियंस से दूसरे एक्सपीरियंस के बीच में क्या डिफरेंस होता है should be very clear to a critic. He must be a sound judge of values. He should know how to judge. He should be a very intelligent and emotionally stable person. Adequate knowledge of psychology is also needed. He should focus on implicit meaning through the window of explicit wordings. So explicitly you can have some words, लेकिन उनका implied meaning क्या हो सकता है एक critic को पता होना चाहिए. The critic is expected to understand and expand the context of the poem so that the poem may become intelligible and its full value is grasped. एक critic का काम है एक poem की beauty और increase कर देना. That is the most important role of any critic. He says a poet writes to communicate. एक poet communication करने के लिए लिखता है and language is the means of that communication. And language के बिना communication नहीं हो सकता. Language is made up of words and hence the study of word is the most important thing when you have to study any work. तो language पढ़ो, language से समझो, language is there in front of you to communicate. To understand the meaning of the work of an art, you need to look at the words that are there. Words carry 4 kinds of meaning according to him. 4 तरीके के मीनिंग हो सकते हैं और to be precise the total meaning of the word depends on these 4 things. What are these 4 things? The sense, the feeling, the tone and the intention. कोई भी आपके पास वर्क आ जाए यही 4 मीनिंग बन सकते हैं. उस टेक्स्ट की सेंस क्या है, फीलिंग क्या है, टोन क्या है और इंटेंशन क्या है. Let us study about these things. Sense क्या होता है? Something that is communicated by the plain literal meaning of the words. उसको टेक्स्ट को आपने रीड किया, वो क्या सेंस बनाता है, वो क्या है literal meaning that is there on the page. This is the sense. Feeling क्या होता है, emotions क्या होते हैं. When we say something, we have a feeling about it. कुछ emotions, कुछ attitudes, कुछ will, कुछ desire, some pleasure, some unpleasant चीजें and the rest that are there. Words express these feelings. These nuances are there and they create the interest. Feeling जरूरी है because उसी से ही interest आता है. It's like affective studies, right? Then what's the tone? the tone, the writer's attitude to his readers, which is a relation between them. अब राइटर का एटीट्यूड क्या है? दैट एटीट्यूड इज गोइंग टू डिटरमाइन द टोन ऑफ द टेक्स्ट. द राइटर चूजेस हिज वर्ड्स, राइटर ही अपने वर्ड्स चूज करता है, एंड अरेंजेस देम कीपिंग इन माइंड द रीडर्स हु विल रीड द टेक्स्ट. तो टेक्स्ट बहुत सालों तक रीड होता रहेगा, टोन क्या रखनी है वो राइटर खुद ही डिसाइड करेगा. ठीक है, इमोशंस क्या इवोक करने हैं और वो वर्क क्या सेंस बनाता है, ये सब कुछ राइटर को ही सोचना है. देन कम्स द इंटेंशन. It has an object. It is the writer's aim, which may be conscious or unconscious. Writer consciously, unconsciously कुछ intention के साथ ही लिख रहा है, and that is also very explicit in the text. It refers to the emphasis, shapes, and the arrangement, or it draws on the attention that is something important. So चार meanings या चार तरीके से meanings बनते हैं, and this is also asked in the paper. तो ये चार क्या है? सेंसेस है, फीलिंग्स है, आपकी टोन है और इंटेंशन है. दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट व्हेन एवर यू आर रीडिंग अ टेक्स्ट. यही बोला था आईए रिचर्ड्स ने. देन उन्होंने बोला कॉन्टेक्स्ट भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है व्हेन यू आर रीडिंग द टेक्स्ट. कॉन्टेक्स्ट इज व्हाट दैट इज गोइंग टू मेक यू रीड द टेक्स्ट. कॉन्टेक्स्ट चेंज हो गया, टेक्स्ट का मतलब चेंज हो जाएगा. द कॉन्टेक्स्ट इन विच द वर्क हैज बीन और द वर्ड that has been used is very important. Words have different meanings in different contexts. हर बारी जैसे जैसे context change होता है, words के meaning भी arbitrary होते हैं, वो change होते रहते हैं. That is why context important है. A context is a set of entities, things, events that are there, and in a certain way they are going to impact the reading of the text. Words are symbols or signs and they deliver the full meaning according to the particular context. एक particular context होगा, पूरा meaning change हो जाएगा अगर different words है तो. Meaning is dependent on the context, but the context may not always appear very easy. So you have to learn the context and then you will understand the meaning better. Then metaphor. Metaphor भी poets use करते हैं. तो मेटाफर की स्टडी भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है अकॉर्डिंग टू आईए रिचर्ड. अ मेटाफर इज अ शिफ्ट, a carrying word that is not going to show you the normal way, but in a new way you can talk about a certain thing. There can be two ways in which the metaphors can be used: sense metaphors and emotive metaphor. So metaphor होता क्या है? A metaphor is a semi-superstitious method by which a greater variety of elements can be brought to the fabric to create even more experiences. Metaphor से text का experience और better हो जाता है. The metaphorical meaning arises from the interrelations. वो interrelations से बनता है. किसके interrelation से? चार meanings जो हमने learn करे. We have the sense, tone, feeling and intent. So to create sense, to create tone, to create a feeling and intention, metaphors are used. It can be sense metaphors or emotive metaphors. Then comes the poetic truth. Truth क्या है? Poetic truth क्या है? Poetic truth is different from scientific truth. It is a matter of emotional belief rather than intellectual belief. हर चीज को रीड करने के पीछे इमोशंस होंगे, रीड करते हुए भी इमोशंस होंगे. That is your emotional belief, right? That is close to the poetic truth. It is not the matter of verification, but the attitudes and the emotional reaction you have while reading the text. It is evident that the bulk of poetry consists of statements which are only very foolish and would think of attempting to variety. They are not the kind of things which can be verified. So ऐसी बहुत सारी चीजें होंगी पोइट्री में जो सेंसलेस लगेगी, जो वेरीफाई भी नहीं हो पाएंगी. These are the intents, these are the emotions that are there. This is the poetic truth that has to be there. So after this World War I, बहुत different Anglo-American literary studies आने लगी, and they started to read the text, and they said that there is always an intrinsic value of the work of art. और art को art की तरीके से you have to read, and you have to read the text as it is. This is what practical criticism was. This was the critical reading, and this is how new criticism started. That is why he is called as the father of new criticism also. Then practical criticism के बारे में बात करते हैं. Practical criticism began in the 1920s, and this was a series of experiment जो उन्होंने Cambridge में किया था, as I told you. So he gave poems to the students who interpreted it without knowing about the poet or the other background details, the title, when it was written, etc. In the Practical Criticism that was published in 1929, this was the book, he mentioned the results of all of these experiments that he was doing. उन्होंने ये experiment करे कैम्ब्रिज में और अपनी book में ये सारे experiments लिखे. The objective, क्या objective था उनका? The objective of this work was to encourage the students to concentrate on the words on the page. जितने भी words हैं, वो जो पेज पे हैं, उनका क्या इम्पैक्ट आया, उनसे क्या इमोशंस आए, क्या साइकोलॉजिकल इवेंट्स हुए, क्या साइकोलॉजिकल इम्पैक्ट हुआ, दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट rather than relying on the perceived or received notions about the text. ठीक है, तो पहले क्या हुआ, बिलीफ क्या थे, वो इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, इफेक्ट क्या हुआ, दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. सो बहुत सारे लोगों ने उस टाइम पे लिखना स्टार्ट किया आफ्टर प्रैक्टिकल क्रिटिसिज्म बुक केम आउट. सो वी हैव आई.ए. रिचर्ड जिन्होंने प्रैक्टिकल क्रिटिसिज्म लिखा 1929 में. विलियम इप्सन ने 7 टाइप्स ऑफ एम्बिग्यूटी लिखा 1930 में. टी.एस. एलियट भी थे जिन्होंने एसेज लिखे लाइक द ट्रेडिशन एंड द इंडिविजुअल टैलेंट, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. हैमलेट एंड हिज प्रॉब्लम्स, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. यू शुड रीड अबाउट दीज 2 टेक्स्ट. ऑल्सो टेक इट एज योर होमवर्क टू रीड अबाउट दीज 2 टेक्स्ट. ये 2 टेक्स्ट पेपर में बारी बारी पूछे जाते हैं. नो अबाउट टी.एस. एलियट and these 2 works that he has written. So as a student of psychology, what is Richard contributing? Richard actually gave this psychological approach of reading a text that is called as the close reading or the practical criticism, right? Who actually said, as a student of psychology, Richard says that poetry performs a healing function. Poetry हमें heal करती है by organizing a variety of human impulses. There are so many human impulses and poetry ही आपको heal कर सकती है when you read it with the utmost emotions that you have. Art as a means whereby we can gain emotional balance. और art ही वो एक sphere है in your life where you can achieve emotional balance, mental equilibrium, peace and rest. It enables the human mind to organize itself. और human mind को ही अपने आप में organize करती है एक art. Now Ibsen will come, William Ibsen, जो actually student थे I.A. Richard के, वो बोलेंगे कि I.A. Richards, your theories are extremely nice. I am your student, but it is too much about psychology and too much about emotions. तो इसीलिए ही वो 7 types of ambiguity work के अंदर थोड़ा डिफरेंट वे ऑफ स्टडिंग स्टार्ट कर देंगे. तो आई.ए. रिचर्ड्स एंड उनके बीच में थोड़ी सी डिफरेंसेस जरूर है. Then for Richards, this form of close analysis is anonymous poem was finally intended to have a psychological benefits on the students. तो उन्होंने कहा था psychological benefits होंगे students पे जब वो इस तरीके से पोएट्री रीड करेंगे. By responding to all the streams of emotions, meaning of the poem, the students were to achieve what Richard called as organized response. Richard ने क्या कहा, उन्हें organized response आ जाएंगे. He says catharsis does not result from the purgation of any impulse. It results from the harmonization of opposite impulses. So when you read the text, there will be opposite impulses, so many emotions that would be evoked. And when the child would understand how to deal with them, then you will understand the meaning of the text. Then you will be able to store the meaning of the text in your mind. That is when 2 opposite impulses will combine and the meaning of the text is there. So what he was saying quickly, he was talking about what? He was talking about close reading. Close reading karo text ki. This became what? This became practical criticism. This became practical criticism. यही practical criticism a lot of other theorists will read and practical criticism से कुछ essence use कर new criticism बन जाएगा. थोड़ी सी problems थी इनकी reading में. This is what his students were also saying. Ibsen also said that he is talking too much about emotions. इतने भी emotions हमें नहीं पढ़ने हैं, right? And बाद में we have the new criticism. But he is called as the father of new criticism because he started this approach of reading the text as a text itself. Whatever is written on the page is golden to him, right? So I hope you understood the various concepts that I.A. Richard has given. You understood about the 4 ways in which the meaning is also created. If you have any doubt, then you can ask me that in the comment section and I'll surely reply to you. Thank you.